stop. First of all, if you're not even going to watch this video all the way until the end, and you're just gonna put a dislike on this video and write to me how I'm such a hater and fatphobic, you can just do it right now and leave this video because I do not need you here on my channel. For the adequate people, please watch this video until the end, otherwise you won't understand my point. You will get me out of context. I am not hating on anybody. I do not hate any individuals for what they are, as you might assume that I am. I am just giving my opinion on a movement and an ideology. I honestly do not know the people in that movement, and I cannot personally judge them whatsoever. I pretty much know that I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this video. I just don't care because logic is greater than hate. And facts, there are facts. I hope you enjoy the video. Hi there, I'm Diana, this is Little Bentley, and what the hell is going on with this fat acceptance movement? I know I'm late to talk about the fat acceptance movement and that this movement is dying, and I really don't see any more of that bullshit on my news feeds anymore. But apparently it's still there because there's still morbidly obese people out there who scream, "Fat acceptance, bitch!" I have decided to try and shine a bit of a different perspective on this issue. I've searched the internet and I've noticed that nobody has compared being morbidly obese to smoking, even though they're like almost the same bad habit. So I have decided to show you a different perspective. As you might know, I'm a smoker. I smoke a lot of cigarettes and I've been smoking for a while. And trust me, I know it's bad for me. I know how harmful it is. You don't have to tell me every single time. But even if you do, I will say thank you. But think of this. A recent research conducted by the Cleveland Clinic and the New York University School of Medicine has found that obesity is responsible for 47% more life years lost than tobacco. That means that if you are obese, it's gonna take more years out of your life rather than you being a smoker and not being obese. The research also shows that the leading preventable causes of death in order from greatest to least is obesity, diabetes, tobacco, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. What we see here is while tobacco is in the middle of the list consists of basically things that could have been caused by obesity, like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes. All of these can be caused by obesity. That shows that obesity, in comparison to smoking, is much more harmful for you and will take more years out of your life than if you were just a normal skinny person smoking cigarettes every day. But smoking is still bad for you, okay? Do not ever try to smoke. Do not even take a cigarette in your hand. Just don't. It's bad for you, just like obesity. And of course, everybody knows how bad smoking is for you. It's common sense. We tell our kids to never try smoking. We tell them that smoking is bad for you. I mean, it says here right on all of the packs, they're colorless, they're disgusting, they don't make you want to buy them. They're gray and they have pictures of lung surgeries and other disturbing things on them. You don't see ads for cigarettes, at least not here in the UK or in Europe, because they're banned. You're not allowed to promote something that literally kills you. All of these awful pictures on the cigarette packs are trying to encourage you to stop smoking and stop buying packs of cigarettes. This is the main goal of the society here in the UK and the EU. And I think it's the same in the USA. I'm not sure about that. Hey, let me know. People from the USA, let me know, because I've never been there. Let me know. So you know, there used to be times where we had ads that said, "Doctors smoke Camels more than any other cigarette," or "Reach for Lucky instead." Well, those times are long gone because we as people and society today know that it's a lie. It's bad for you. Doctors don't encourage you to smoke. They tell you to quit smoking. Nobody promotes smoking anymore because it is common sense. We have access to researches that show that smoking causes a lot of awful conditions that lead to death. An unpleasant, painful death. Obesity is something that people usually try to avoid. This is why we have skinny, good-looking and healthy-looking people promoting healthy lifestyles, because when you look at a morbidly obese person, you do not think that that person has a healthy lifestyle. You can't assume that, because it's illogical, it's irrational. A morbidly obese person cannot have a healthy lifestyle and look that way, okay? Same thing goes to smoking. You cannot have a healthy lifestyle if you're a smoker. I mean, I don't look that sick, but I know that my lifestyle is not healthy. And I do not promote my lifestyle to anybody. And I do not walk around saying that my body is good the way it is, and you should accept it for the way it is, and bullshit like that. And we get told off all the time. We get shamed for it. You won't imagine the amount of times I got told by adults and by people my own age telling me that why are you smoking? You know it's bad for you. You should quit. It's bad for you. It's disgusting. And I understand that. I completely agree with them. I know I'm being hypocritical, but when it comes to my own body, it's one thing. I try not to smoke around other people so they don't get harmed by secondhand smoke. However, when it comes to being obese and going around telling people that being obese is okay and accept me for what I am and change the world around us to accommodate that obesity, that's not okay. I mean, I'm not asking to be smoking inside of buildings and to be smoking in cinemas and on the airplanes where it's not allowed, am I? So why should you go to places where obese people cannot even fit through the door and complain? I am trying to be a very, very respectful smoker. I do not smoke around kids. I do not smoke around women, pregnant women. I try not to smoke in that many public places, and I try to always find a designated smoking area where I can smoke in peace. And I don't argue with anybody who tells me that smoking is bad for me, because I agree with that. I know it's bad for me. I have accepted the fact that most likely I'm gonna get lung cancer one day. I have accepted that fact. I do not care. Either way, it will be my own business, and the society will not be responsible for that. It will be me. I will be the only one responsible for what happens to my body. So, if obesity is worse for you than smoking, it takes more years out of your life if you're obese rather than being a smoker. And we heavily promote quitting smoking. We heavily promote the fact that smoking is bad for you. Then why are we heavily promoting the fact that being obese is okay and acceptable? Why is it that us society need to change instead of an obese person just not stuffing his face to the point that he can't eat anymore? It's easier than quitting heroin. And there are people out there who have managed to quit heroin. And yes, I know there are people out there who have health conditions which cause them to gain a lot of weight. I am not talking about those people. Health conditions is one thing. I am talking about the majority of the population that eats like pigs and sit on their ass all day long, then complain that they cannot get off the sofa. Telling people that being obese is great and beautiful is like telling people that being anorexic is good. It's not. It's unhealthy, it kills, and people should not be promoting that kind of behavior. Here are just some of the medical conditions that are caused by being morbidly obese. A heart disease and stroke, heart problems, breathing problems, cancer, diabetes, and death. What's worse about this fat acceptance movement is that they call people who are not obese privileged, and they themselves are oppressed. So apparently, we are privileged to not stuff our faces to the point that we can no longer get off the couch. We are privileged to fit in a standard airplane seat. We are privileged to shop in clothing stores with average clothing sizes for human beings. We are privileged to be loved and dated and considered sexy and beautiful. We are privileged to be working our asses off instead of sitting at home receiving money from the government for being, quote, too fat to work. Oh, how privileged we are to be born this way, aren't we? So fucking privileged.
Now let me tell you a secret. Everybody can become obese. It's not about privilege. idiot.
Now, I don't have a perfect body, and nobody that I know has a perfect body because pure perfection does not exist. Everybody sees perfection in a different way. However, I don't do sports to stay thin and pretty or whatever. I just don't eat a lot. That's all it takes. I am capable of ordering one portion of food instead of a 3-course meal and dessert. I am capable of choosing to eat somewhere else instead of in McDonald's. It's really not that hard. It requires less self-control than quitting smoking. But honestly, that is just my own opinion because I used to eat much more than what I eat now, and it was really easy for me to just stop doing that right away. Just, hey, Diana, you're eating too much. Stop. So I did. However, when it comes to smoking, it's not as easy, so that's just my own experience. And honestly, most people, including myself, we don't have any issue with obese people. We don't care, it's their own body and they can do whatever they want with their bodies. But when people around you have to suffer because of your weight, that's when it becomes a problem. Because other people around you should not have to suffer because of your decisions. But here's where the real issue is. Obese feminists telling little girls that they do not have to do anything with their body whatsoever, that they can sit on their asses all day long eating whatever the fuck they want because it's the society that needs to change. It's the society that needs to accept you for who you are and for how much you weigh. And everybody else around you are supposed to accommodate you and the fact that you're that heavy. Now, before you start hating on me and disliking my video and going insane with your craziness, let me explain myself. I am not fat phobic. I can't even believe this fucking term exists, okay? I'm not scared of fat people. Here's my view. This is not fat. This is not fat either. This is not fat either. And this is not fat either. These are normal, curvy, beautiful girls who are not overly obese, who are not even overweight. They're just nice and curvy. And if they try to lose more weight, they will just not look right because this is their body type. And this is normal. Now, if you look over here, this, and this is obese. This is what I'm talking about. This type of obesity where you can't even get up and your arm weighs like a whole fucking child. It is not society's fault for not promoting such an unhealthy lifestyle. It is not society's fault for hating a bit on such a lifestyle because we as humans understand that it is bad for you. They are beautiful. I never said they're not beautiful, but they're extremely unhealthy. And you can see that by their body. Could you imagine if in today's world, where we have science and medicine, we would have smokers behaving the same way as those feminists? We would have smokers trying to change the society and to change the world in order to accommodate their habit. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I love smoking. It makes me look and feel sexy.
Well, some people don't like smokers. I wouldn't date one myself.
That is discrimination. How dare you discriminate smokers? How dare you discriminate us?
Well, I really hate the smell.
How dare you? You're such a hater. Shame on you. Haters everywhere.
Come on, it's a choice, so...
It's not a choice, it's a lifestyle. Hater. I'm a smoker and I'm allowed to do whatever the fuck I want to my body. I smoke where I want.
Excuse me, smoke is not allowed here?
That is discrimination. I am allowed to smoke where I want to.
Well, it's against the law.
I don't care, screw you. I smoke where I want.
Right.
Hater. Smoking is not a choice. I was born this way.
So, were you smoking in the womb as a baby?
No, I mean, my body's already used to it, so it's not harmful for me anymore. Screw you, smoking is good for me.
and pigs can fly.
I love my rotting lungs. People should accept me for the way that I am.
You know, smoking can kill you.
Where does it say so?
It's scientifically proven, and it says it on your pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, well, that is a bunch of hate and discrimination. Society needs to stop doing that.
So, science equals discrimination.
You are a hater! Smoker-phobic, hater, you and all of society! Smoker-phobic, hater! And I told him, you're not going to date me just because I am a smoker? That is discrimination. How dare he?
But you have to bear in mind, some people just don't like the smell, like myself, and it can be harmful as a second-hand smoking, you know?
But not when it comes to this. I am this way and I should not be changing for anybody.
So you're saying you wouldn't change that for anybody, not even when you're pregnant?
It's my body, it's my choice, I do what I want.
Okay then. Excuse me, could you not smoke near me? It makes me sick. The thing is, there are a lot of children and families, dogs and myself, and it would be nice if you don't smoke near us.
That is discrimination. How dare you? It's my right to smoke. I smoke where I want to smoke.
But it's harmful for other people.
You are such a hater. How dare you discriminate me? How dare you? I smoke where I want. Hater. You are just privileged not to be a smoker. This is why you're so smoker-phobic.
Smoker what? Smoker-phobic. What's that?
Smoker-phobic. We live in a society that's so smoker-phobic. Everybody's trying to ban smoking everywhere. You're just so smoker-phobic, all of you. It's discriminating.
I think you just made a thermal.
Hater, discrimination, hater, smoker-phobic, discrimination, hater. You see? We don't behave this way. This is fucking ridiculous. Most smokers respect people who are around them. We try not to smoke next to people who don't like smoking. So how come it is not common sense that obesity is also bad for you and you should not be getting obese? How come? Again, I am not trying to hate on anybody or any individual. I don't judge people by the way that they look. I judge people by their actions, only by their actions, not by the way they look. Being obese does not make you a bad person. But don't go around saying that being obese is okay. Don't go around saying that being obese is fine, because it is not. Just like smoking is not okay. Nobody goes around saying that smoking is fine. So do not go around saying that being obese is okay and we should accept you. We shouldn't accept you just because you are obese. We should accept you because you are a good human being, okay? And stop telling us that we are privileged, because I could have been obese as well. But you know what I did? I stopped stuffing my face and I started losing weight. So now I am keeping a healthy fucking weight on me and not getting obese because I know my limit. It's that easy. Now I hope I did not offend anybody. I wasn't trying to offend anybody. These are my comments purely about the fat acceptance movement, not the people in the movement. The movement is the thing that's promoting the awful ideas. It's just that people control that movement. But I don't know these people, so I cannot judge them. I know there are gonna be people who won't even watch this video, who are gonna put a dislike on it just because I'm talking about fat acceptance and I'm saying that it's complete bullshit. Well, I don't care. I'm just trying to say that being obese is as unhealthy as smoking and it should not be promoted in any way at all. For those who watched this video all the way till this point, thank you. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give us a like if you liked this video. Give us a thumbs down if you hated this video. Either way, it works for me. Thank you so much for Nicole, who helped me film today. She was great. She's got the best WTF faces, so I am satisfied. Subscribe to my channel, and we will see you in our next episode. Oh, speak. sorry.
Yeah.
That's literally what they do. I'm sorry you're not a hater. I love you. Sorry. Sorry.